Do-do-do-do-do-do. Inspector Gadget. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, God. Whoa! Welcome, everyone, to this audio rant commentary on Inspector Gadget 2, or Inspector Gadget Poo, whatever you want to fucking call it. I'm joined once again by Jack the Film Fanatic, who very kindly recommended this film for me. Yeah. So, Jack, tell us what's so good about it.
It's better than Die Another Day and Batman and Robin. That's one positive.
Yeah,
no,
I feel reassured.
No, I mean, I decided, since we did a commentary recently, an audio rant commentary in the first one, Ollie's actually, heads up to anybody who doesn't know this, but Ollie's actually never seen Inspector Gadget 2, which, I mean, I don't blame him for not watching it, but...
What are you talking about? I heard it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, of absolute shit, but, yeah, no, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, who didn't watch the first commentary, yeah, I'm a big fan of the original cartoon. It's my favorite cartoon, along with Batman, Looney Tunes, and Tom and Jerry and all that. But yeah, no, I remember watching the first film as a kid, and I remember even as a kid, I wasn't a big fan of it, but I remember watching this on DVD when I was younger. And the sad thing was, when I was younger, I actually liked this film because this film is a lot more
for you.
Yeah, I mean, this film is a lot more faithful to the cartoon, but rewatching it recently for the first time in years, I realized how awful. I mean, rewatching this for the first time in years, I realized how awful the film was. I rewatched it a couple of years ago, or I think it was last year actually. I rewatched it, but anyway, yeah, I liked this film as a kid because I was a big fan of the cartoon, and I suppose as a kid you're not really that critical of movies, as you are when you get older and you get into films more and watch proper, like, great films. But yeah, as a kid I liked this film because it was a lot more faithful to the cartoon. But I do think it is slightly better than the first film. I know some people say this is worse than the first film. I mean, some people say this is better, but I think it's slightly better than the first.
I mean, it makes no difference.
Yeah, it makes no difference. It's like saying pig shit is better than dog shit. They're both still shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a kid, I liked this because it was more faithful to the cartoon. But yeah, rewatching it last year, I realized how awful it is. And I will say this though, it is slightly better than the first film, which isn't saying much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how Ollie's going to react to this. He may hate this more than the first one. He may think they're both on the same level, or he may slightly prefer this. But yeah, I'm sorry I have to put Ollie through this torture, but I mean, we did the first one, so we may as well end it. I mean, the good thing is this is short. It's not long. It's only an hour and a half. So thankfully, it's not like a 3-hour movie or 2.5-hour movie. That he won't have
to. I eat my balls.
he won't have to. He won't have to withstand the pain that long. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can say apart from yeah. Like I said,
go Gadget, give them a Razzie.
Yeah, or like I said in the first one, go Gadget. Oh my God! But yeah, but yeah, but I mean, I'll pass it back to Ollie so we can start this abominable shit fest. But
let the mind fuckery begin. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. And truth be told, I might be falling asleep in a few moments, but we'll find out depending on how bad the film is.
Yeah, just get prepared.
So I'm ready to start when you are. Do you want to count us in, or shall I?
I think I'll do the countdown if that's all right. Okay.
After you.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
What kind of a fucking castle is that?
Yeah.
Just fucking falls apart.
Yeah, this came out 4 years after the first one, so actually, Not
That's such a weird transition.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this
like
made in front of a green screen or what?
yeah. I mean, I found out it wasn't Metropolis in the first film. In the cartoon, the city that he's in is called Riverton.
Uh,
It's also not Riverton. The city in the cartoon, it's called Riverton in the film, but in the cartoon, the city's called the. Yeah, I mean, It's called Metro City. The name of the city that Gadget's in the cartoon series. So I don't know why they couldn't call it Metro City instead of Riverton. But I mean,
well, this is made by people who don't give a shit, who have never seen the cartoons.
one thing I will say, even though this film is a piece of shit, it is more faithful to the cartoons. Like Francis Stewart, I think his name is. He's a lot more. He acts a lot more like Don Adams. Like if you look at his outfit there, his outfit's a lot more faithful to the cartoon, and he acts a lot more like Don Adams. Like he's kind of more. He sounds a lot more like him. But yeah,
The CGI. Oh my god.
yeah, yeah,
Movie came out the same year as Return of the King.
yeah.
It's sad.
The reason why the special effects are worse is because this wasn't released in the cinema. This was straight to DVD, and the original had a good mixture of practical effects and CGI. This is all just CGI because it was straight to DVD. But yeah,
I mean, is that really necessary?
yeah. But yeah,
you fucking talking Motorhouse.
I actually think Francis Stewart does a good job here. He's not as bland as Matthew Broderick. I mean, you know,
I was referring to the car. Sorry, like the car. Can fucking shut up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this: like the script that Francis Stewart is given is terrible, but I think he's a lot better than Matthew Broderick, who was just so bland and completely underacted. Francis Stewart acts more like Don Adams he acts a lot more like the Gadget from the cartoon, and you can tell he's trying. He's just let down by a terrible script. Yeah.
Oh yes, where's Stephen Moffat when you need him? Never thought I'd say that.
I mean, this is kind of funny. Him going after this old woman because she's going slightly above the speed limit. Him arresting this old woman because she's going slightly above the speed limit. It is something he would do in the cartoons, and it is kind of funny. But at the same time, the way they execute
It's a very Jacques Clouseau kind of scene,
Yeah.
Like the famous idiot,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Gadget, the cartoon was based off Clouseau and James Bond, a mixture of Clouseau and James Bond, but yeah. I mean, I do find this kind of funny, but like the way they execute it is really forced. Yeah.
I mean, why does he even have those?
Well,
so that's how we're going to go to the titles.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
I like the music here.
I mean, it doesn't make me feel better, but
yeah. I'll give it this. The soundtrack and the titles here aren't bad, but that's all I can really say.
It's just a load of bits.
I'll say this: it's more colorful than the first one, but that's not saying a lot.
Oh, is that it? We're not gonna get like a full-blown titles with the theme.
And well, it is direct to DVD, so.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
But I mean,
for speed.
I mean, you can't tell that they did listen to some of the criticisms with this film. They did make it a lot more like the cartoon, but the only problem is they just don't know how to make a good live-action Inspector Gadget film, because again, like the first one, the comedy here is just really forced,
Yeah. I mean, regenerated as well.
Sorry?
Penny's regenerated as well.
Yeah, different actress. Actually, as a kid, I didn't notice that it was a different actress because they look quite similar, but and they sound kind of similar as well. But I just thought she'd grown up or something because this is like 4 years later. I thought it was the same actress, but she just aged a bit. But yeah, it's a different actress.
Yeah, I was gonna say Penny looks older. Like she looks like a teenager in this one.
Yeah.
Whereas
One thing
she's about 12, I think.
Yeah. One thing I will say about this film is that once again, Penny's the best thing about this, you know.
Yeah. Oh god.
I know the film's only been on for a few minutes, but would you agree that Francis Stewart is slightly better than Broderick? I mean,
it's hard to say at the moment.
I just think he has more personality, and like I said, he's more like the Gadget in the cartoon. I just thought that Matthew Broderick was really bland and really like completely underacted. You could tell that Francis Stewart is at least trying with the shitty script, but
yeah, I suppose so, but again, doesn't make me feel better.
I mean, I suppose one negative thing about this film as well is it's slightly longer than the first one. The first one was 80 minutes. This one is an hour and a half, so it's 10 minutes longer.
Yeah. God. So ears like that must be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know, I
with that voice that he does, I'd expect Gadget to go, it's the stuff that dreams are made of.
he's trying to do an impression of the Gadget from the cartoon. He's trying to do an impression of Don Adams as Inspector Gadget from the cartoon, so that's why his voice is a bit funny. But yeah,
I mean, he looks more confident, at least. I'll give him that. I mean, Matthew Broderick was, he was kind of meh, but it was just weird hearing the voice of Simba, from The Lion King, as Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I've never seen the show, but like Francis Stewart, he's best known for that. Francis Stewart, who plays Gadget, he's best known for that American sci-fi sitcom Third Rock from the Sun. I've never seen it, but apparently he's quite good. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The old lady.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me, I know this film was released sort of before this film, but in Madagascar, the first one, where they go to the train station and there's the old lady that with the handbag that just beats them up for no reason.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. Oh, it's a prison, so we have to have lightning and rain. Ooh.
Oh yeah. By the way, sorry to interrupt. The only returning cast member from the original is the guy who plays the car. Everybody else is completely different.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at what you said. I was laughing at the way the claw just kind of rose from the ground.
Yeah. I actually think apparently they filmed this in New Zealand or Australia for budget reasons. Because it was straight to video, they filmed it in New Zealand or Australia, something like that. But it's got I think it's got Australian actors putting on American accents, or
yeah,
this
is weird. When his claw escaped, I keep thinking of that character that Andy Serkis played in Black Panther, the guy with the South African accent. Ulysses Claw, mercy, great king.
I mean, you can tell this is like a few years after the first one. But one thing I will say that I like about this film is they never show Dr. Claw's face. That was our big problem. Well, that was my big problem with the first one, is they showed his face in the cartoon. You never saw his face. The one thing
more miscast.
Yeah. The one thing I will give them that they did better in this film is that they didn't show Dr. Claw's face. They never show his face in this, which is good.
My finely honed instincts are telling me that it probably escaped through here. Instincts are telling me that it probably escaped. Take a look here. We found this in Claude. Gadget, take a look. We found this in Claude. I think he's still holding a grudge.
I mean, some of the humor here is kind of funny, but most of it's just really forced.
Is there a plot to this film?
Basically, Dr. Claw wants to steal gold from a gold reserve, and then that's kind of it.
Well, I mean, this was released the same year as Pirates of the Caribbean. What the fuck? I mean, they got it right in that they didn't show him, but the voice. Oh,
Yeah, the voice is terrible. Yeah. Basically, I think Dr. Claus lost all his fortune, or most of his fortune. That's why he's in a bowling alley, abandoned bowling alley. But
oh, sorry. This is this is too precious. He's sitting on bowling pins. Oh, this is so nuts. He looks like Zorro.
he's wearing like a gangster. He's wearing like a gangster type outfit in this. But yeah,
Yeah. It's like, God. It's like if Don Vito Corleone, like had a kid with a cyborg, it'd be Dr. Claw. Yeah.
oh yeah, this is what he's going to do. He's going to steal $5 trillion in gold from Riverton Gold Reserve. It's like a shitty ripoff of Goldfinger.
I was just thinking that actually. Yeah, you're right. And there's a microchip.
You know the guy's voice. I think he's trying to do Dr. Claw impression, but he can't do an impression. Like I think he's trying to do the voice from the cartoon, but he just can't do the voice. That's the funny thing, you know.
It just sounded a bit like.
Yeah. But this I mean, even though the actor, you know, he's not great. You know, at least we don't really see his face. I mean, that does make Claw a little bit more threatening, but yeah.
Oh God. Oh, this is really bad.
Yeah. You know what this film is kind of like? It's like the Scooby-Doo sequel, better than the original, but still crap. You know?
Yeah, that was a bit more faithful to the cartoons. But yeah, still not good. I used to think that film Monsters Unleashed was okay, but it's not really. It's pretty bad.
I got to say this. That actress who plays the actress who plays the mayor, she's not bad looking.
Yeah, the ones of Velma from Scooby Doo. Who's your mommy?
Go gadget boner. You know what I think so stupid about this? Gadget 2, she's completely a robot. Like she was made as a robot. She's not a cyborg like Gadget.
Yeah, for what reason? Like, there's literally no reason to make her.
It's apparently it's to replace Gadget because his gadgets are glitching, and this gadget's a lot more technologically advanced and all that shit. But it's so like cliche. Oh, we need to replace Gadget because this one's a lot more efficient. You know.
The only thing glitching is well, the script.
I'll say this: the actress is hot, but
is that Elaine Hendricks?
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. Sick. Well, actually, maybe not. She's playing a robot.
I think you're meaning the other sick, and you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't get this. Like, I know she's attractive and all that, but she was a robot. Like, Gadget was a human who they added robotic parts to him, but he was originally a human. She was, you know, she was made as a robot. So, you know, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Gadget suck me off. Long have I waited for my grandchild.
I mean, I don't know why they made a sequel to the first one, considering how bad it did critically. I mean, Disney always do that. Like they'll release a sequel direct to DVD or video, even if the film's good or bad. They'll always release like a direct to DVD sequel. They have a long history of that, like Jungle Book 2 and Mulan 2 and all these direct to DVD sequels that nobody really asked for.
Yeah. I guess it's because they think, oh, kids might like them, but well, as a kid, you don't really appreciate filmmaking as much. Okay, so she's into bondage now.
Oh god, look at those effects! Oh god.
Trivicus totalis.
The thing is, like, Gadget's outfit here, it's a lot more faithful to the cartoon, but it's still not correct. Like, Gadget wears a grey trench coat, he wears he has blue trousers, he has a grey hat. Even though the outfit's more faithful to the cartoon, it's still
not hard to get wrong. It's not like that's such a big. It's not like it's a hard costume to find.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But neither of the films seem to care much.
This is a lot more faithful, and like I said, you can't tell that they listen to some of the criticisms. But the problem is the humor is still too forced, and the special effects are awful. And I just feel
sorry. She said she appreciates the offer. She's a robot. She doesn't have any emotion. Like what? That line is completely ridiculous.
I mean, I don't, and plus I don't get why Gadget is in love with her. Like, I get the actress is hot, but
she's a robot.
Yeah, and it made more sense, even though the love story in the first one sucked. It made more sense because Brenda was human. Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I don't think female cyborgs have a metal, personal area.
No, I don't think they would. Well,
I mean, it'd be rather cold, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then again, he's half cyborg, so
Not only that, but like, I mean, I don't know how badly that accident hurt him in the first one, but does he still have a dick, or is it like a cyborg dick now?
I know this is a joke, of course, but why would they put an ad in the paper? Just give away their intentions and their plan and their base. It's so dumb.
No, he's
that joke would be funny if they if a policeman looked at it and ignored it, but I don't know, it just completely falls flat. It's just so stupid.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, he's been fired now, so Gadget's unemployed. He's trying to look for new work, but yeah. I'll say this: the actress who plays Penny, again, she's the best. Like, Penny is the best thing about both films, But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, she's quite cute actually.
She's a bit young.
Yeah, no, I know, but no, she's a cute looking girl. But no, she's a good actress, and thank God someone's trying in this film.
I gotta say though, Francis Stewart, I think he's pretty good as Gadget, but the humor and the script lets him down. I mean, he's good as Gadget, but the humor and the script here just let him down.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There is one other returning cast member, the dog.
Brain, he's back. Yeah. That's such a stupid apron. Who has a cooking apron that says "I love crime fighting"?
You think Dr. Claw would wear that? It'd be funnier if he wore it.
Well, in the cartoon, Gadget does wear a lot of disguises, so they got that right. But yeah.
The only thing about Penny is she's not really wearing an outfit that resembles the cartoons, but
yeah,
that's
that's
a thing.
Yeah. Plus, they gave Brain that thing at the end where they can translate dog into human. Why isn't Brain talking? in this one. You know,
Because he read the script. That's why. Wait, actually, there is no script.
I mean, that was kind of funny when he says, "I'd like a nice, cool, tall glass of milk."
I've just come out of the slammer.
But these minions are so over the top and ridiculous,
Avengers, assemble.
You gotta admit, this is the best film ever made, right?
Oh yeah, I'm positively crying at the moment and how emotional it is.
I actually think this is better than Godfather 2. In a parallel universe, I'd think that.
Ugh.
You know the way he blew his disguise? Could you
Yeah.
imagine if afterwards he started saying, "Thank you for letting me be myself"?
Oh god. Yeah, that was actually cringy when they played it in Shrek the Third, but even more cringy in Scooby-Doo 2. Thank you for letting me be myself.
That was kind of a funny joke there. He used his hands and to represent Dr. Claw. And he says, "Oh, sorry, we don't serve lobster here." And he's like, "Oh no, Dr. Claw."
You know what? We need to do a commentary on the Scooby-Doo films, the 2 live-action ones.
Yeah. I might do rants on them as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll rant on the second one, but yeah, well, actually, maybe, yeah. It's got some pretty bad moments in it, but I think it's also got some good moments in it.
Did you see the second one in the cinema? Because I did. I saw it with my brother and my cousin and my my cousin's favorite cartoon as a kid was Scooby-Doo, and the same with my brother. And I remember seeing Scooby-Doo 2 in the cinema with my family and my cousin's family as well.
Yeah, me too. I saw the second one. I didn't see the first one in the cinema, but I saw it on DVD.
Yeah.
At the time, I liked it, but looking back on it, it's one of the weirdest movies ever made. It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, this is so cliche. How many times have we seen a bar fight in a movie? Like, fucking hell.
Just covering the dog's mouth, like.
But you know what? That's the thing. Like, in an action comedy film, in any major film, you always have to have a bar fight,
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, this isn't like offensively bad or as cringy as I thought, but it's just dull. Nothing's happening.
Yeah. Officer Hottie.
Yeah. You know, all that was missing from this scene was manners maketh man.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind if she brought me in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Tied me up in a net.
Yeah. Yeah. I know why they call her G2 for 2 big reasons.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh.
What were you doing in that bar dressed as a... What exactly are you? What were you doing in that bar?
I feel like she doesn't play it right. I feel like she's a little bit too emotional. I think she needs to play it stone cold. I think the performance is slightly mismatched. It doesn't feel like she's playing a robot to me.
Well, I think the reason why she's playing it very stone cold is because maybe
What I mean is like she should be more stone cold. Like it feels like a little bit too emotional when just some of her delivery, like physically, it's fine, like the way she's walking and everything, but it's the line delivery that I don't think.
Strangely likable. Oh god. You know the cliche thing is here. Instead of doing something original where like she doesn't fall in love with Gadget, she falls in love with him. Like she's smart, she's beautiful, and this guy's a fucking moron. He's like, you know, he's the kid's version of Inspector Clouseau. He's Inspector Clouseau with all these gadgets, and she falls in love with him. It's like it just doesn't. It's just so cliche. Like at the end of the film. Sorry.
Yeah, what they should have done is made her like him, like a cyborg. Not. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of a robot, yeah, make her a cyborg. But instead, it's like no, it's like what? I mean,
I just don't like the performance and the way they wrote her.
I'll say this: I like her outfit. You know, it's cool.
Oh yeah, now that part's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: like, this isn't offensively bad. It's just bad, but that's kind of it. Do you know what I mean? It's just
boring.
Yeah, it's just kind of boring and bad, but it's not like offensively bad like the first one, you know. Because I mean, at least this one's a lot more faithful to the cartoon. But yeah, it is bad, but it's not as offensively bad as the first one.
Straws there, pal. But yeah, okay, I'll agree with you.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's not like I'm praising. It's not like I'm praising this film. I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 or anything, but. You know.
101 Dalmatians, sir. Why would that car just shut up?
He's the only. That's the thing. The actor who plays the car, he's the only one they brought back for the sequel.
Should never have been cast in the first place.
You know, I don't know really why this is Inspector Gadget 2 because the whole cast is different and it has a different feel to the first one. So why not just call it Inspector Gadget? Oh God! Look, he has hearts in his hat. How cliche.
Oh, sorry, I've got allergies tonight. To this film.
Yeah. Go Gadget hernia.
Oh.
Go Gadget headache.
Go Gadget mind rape.
I'll say this.
At least, like, this doesn't have like a fucking mind rape scene like Star Trek Nemesis.
I was actually going to say that. At least this is better than Nemesis.
Oh, fuck's sake. Allergy problems. Why now? And I'm doing a fucking commentary. Ugh. Ugh.
You know what? I think this is a harmless film for kids, but yeah, it's just not very good. It's just yeah, like I'm sticking with a 3 out of 10, you know.
Yeah. Just so bored.
You got a cold or is it just hay fever? Have you got a cold or is it just hay fever?
Oh, it's my allergies. I took a tablet earlier this morning. I just take a nasal spray, so hopefully it'll clear in a bit. Oh, what's going on? There's like loads of tree pollen outside, I think. That's probably why.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. Like, they never explain what happened to Gadget and Brenda. Like, I thought they were together at the end of the first film, but they never explain what happened to her. Like, did she just leave him, or did she die? Did she move away to a different city? They never even address it.
Maybe it was a sex thing. Maybe he just wasn't giving her enough sex with all these gadgets. Maybe that's why he's glitching.
Or maybe his cyborg dick was too painful. But
what was that zoom edit? Like what? I mean, I know it wasn't. It looks a bit like a mistake. It was like they zoomed in and they went. It like sort of jumped.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the thing with this film and the second film is that like they try to go really over the top with the humor and all that, and like make it all like a live action cartoon, and it doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, as we've said before, like making a live action film out of cartoon is pointless because it's going to be too over the top. You know, you may as well just make it a cartoon film because then at least you can buy the exaggeration. If you're making it live action, there's got to be some realism, some logic to it, but there isn't.
I think the best way to make an Inspector Gadget film is try to make it like a Pink Panther film mixed with James Bond. That if they made this more like a Pink Panther film, like Peter Sellers, like Return of the Pink Panther or Pink Panther Strikes Again, then I think it would work better. But yeah,
But I think they should have animated it personally
yeah.
instead of CGI it.
I remember as a kid when I heard there was an Inspector.
That rope effect.
Oh,
Long.
yeah. Terrible. No, but I mean, I will say this: like, as a kid, when I heard there was an Inspector Gadget movie, I thought it was going to be animated. And I remember when I first saw it and it was live action, I was kind of disappointed because I thought if they were going to do a Gadget movie, they were going to make it animated. So, as a kid, because I watched the cartoon first, I thought it was going to be an animated film, but then they made it live action. But yeah, I agree. If you're going to do a Gadget film, just make it animated. You know.
Yeah. On one day, can we do an audio rank commentary on the Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I haven't seen that film in like 15 years or whatever, but
I hate that film. It's worse than this. It's just so. It's insulting to the novel.
yeah. I haven't seen that film. So when did that come out? Was it 2005, 2007 or something?
Actually, it was when this came out, 2003. Same as this.
I think I first saw it on DVD in 2003 or 2005.
I remember seeing it in the cinema. I thought parts of it were quite good, but then watching it on DVD, I just never liked it. It's just been really weird.
No, I remember watching it. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, they've sent Gadget Noise a toilet cleaner. God.
Oh, this is so bad.
You know, this kind of sums up the film going down the toilet bowl, you know.
Yeah. I mean, far be it to have a plot, to have a script that works. No. It's just a load of. It's like Trailer the Pink Panther. It's just a load of comedic scenes stitched together.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I might slightly prefer this to Trail because it's shorter than Trail, and it's not just archive footage of Sellers and all that. But
I mean, they're both incoherent, but yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Apparently, they're going to do another Pink Panther film, but it's going to be an animated Pink Panther film.
Rubber man.
God.
I mean, the look is good with Claw, but the voice is terrible.
Yeah. He's trying to do like the voice from the cartoon, but yeah, the actor just can't do the voice, you know. He just sounds like an old man. He just sounds like an old man, you know.
Yeah. No good. It's weird now she's calling him Uncle Gadget.
Yeah. This is just so cliched though. Oh, let's demote him and make him a toilet cleaner, you know. I mean, I'll say this. You know, I admire that they were trying to make it a lot more faithful to the cartoon. I admire that they were listening to the criticisms of the first film. I admire that they listened to a lot of those criticisms, but I just think the execution really lets this down, you know.
I admire Penny for trying to get through this script.
Yeah.
I mean, no story. It's just so boring.
Yeah. Well, there is a story, but not much of a story.
Yeah.
I mean, would you say this is better than Two Towers?
Oh god. Well, I'll say this. At least like the car is not speaking as much in this one.
Yeah.
What?
Well, what was with that Star Trek reference? Like, oh, a Trekkie with a girlfriend? Like,
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't notice that. It was just the line about the goose being cooked that was ridiculous.
he's like, because he's going to this science convention. He says, "Oh, Gadget, car. Tell me anything that is, you can't, whatever." And he's like, "Oh, like a Trekkie with a girlfriend? Like, fuck."
Vector.
I'm showing off my latest gizmo, the bar.
The Barg translator. Ugh. I mean, can you imagine if this premiered in cinemas?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be terrible. God.
Well, I hope that he got a good paycheck for this.
Yeah. I'll say this though, I think the kids would like this if they saw it in the cinema, because as a kid I like this film, and I think very young kids, like no older than like 10, would enjoy this. Like I think there would be some kids like me and others who would enjoy this, but I think the adults would hate this film.
Yeah, I mean it's harmless, but I suppose, well, maybe not if you're a fan of the cartoons.
Yeah, I mean the character Baxter, he's very similar to the guy who made gadgets in the cartoon, like Professor Von Slickstein. I guess he's like the live action version of Professor Von Slickstein, but yeah. Oh, God, Inspector Gadget has fans.
Yeah.
Oh no! No, I'm always happy to oblige my
There's a really obvious product placement here for McDonald's. You see Gadget, like the product placement here is so obvious. Like there's multiple scenes in the film where Gadget's eating McDonald's fries. It's just so embarrassing.
I mean, I saw him just take a hot dog and McDonald's chips.
Yeah. It's like, hey, audience, buy McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, this movie, if it was released in cinemas, it would have had the McDonald's Happy Meal tie-in. I used to like collecting Happy Meal toys when I was younger.
I mean, the mayor, like the female mayor, she's probably married, but it would make more sense if Gadget was in love with her, because she's good looking and she's actually human. She's not a robot like G2. But look at this. He's got McDonald's fries there at a McDonald's Coca-Cola. It's like, look at this obvious product placement. I've read glitches like that before. Ugh. Go, Gadget, get a better movie.
Jack, I'm not being funny, but when's the movie going to start?
When you one thing I am grateful for, we never got an Inspector Gadget 3. I mean, sorry, Inspector Gadget 3. Oh, look, Dr. Claus walking with his gadgets.
Whoa. What the hell is this?
You gotta admit, it's a classic, right?
Oh, God, it's just so bad.
How dare you?
It reminds me of the, they made a Lilo and Stitch sequel called Stitch as a Glitch. It's kind of the same thing. Like,
Oh, go, Gadget. Sorry.
What even is this film?
It's a film. That's what it is.
I mean, to be honest, I just look forward to when the dog is on screen.
Oh, come on. It's a classic of cinema.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece of absolute shit, as you said earlier.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go for a quick piss. Just continue on the movie. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I mean, you're going to miss probably the most important scenes, but yeah.
Relax, Mayor Wilson. It's only toothpaste. Remember, kids, brush twice a day.
Well, oh dear, it's just filmmaking fail 101. I've never seen this film before, and now I know why. I just really wish that. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see it as a kid. Actually, it was not one to see. But thank God for Penny. That's all I'll say. She's great. She's great in the film. I mean, I think she's confident, but this film is a mess. It's just the story's terrible. The plot, it just doesn't move along anywhere. It just doesn't go anywhere. Just pointless filler comedy scenes. I mean, Penny's good. The new gadget is okay, I guess.
You can't fire me. I quit.
And what's the point of female gadget? I don't get it.
It's
Really?
not my fault. Look what Baxter found on me. A circuit override chip. I don't care. Claw stole the laser and you tarred and feathered the mayor in toothpaste, caused $100,000 in damage.
Oh,
All I ever wanted to be
when's it going to be over?
was a phone call.
Actually, I'll check how long it has left. We're almost halfway through it. God. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, Jack will probably be back soon, but yeah, I'm just done with it already. I just feel like it's dragged on already. You know, why didn't they just make this an animated film? It would have been so much better. So much better and more in line with the comics.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so
The guy didn't say, Gadget, you're fired.
yeah.
Helen Sugar.
Yeah. I'm really yes, I was listening back. You could tell you're really loving this film.
Yep. I'm on the edge of my sleep.
God, yeah.
Why is the core fucking dressed like a gangster? You know?
Oh, God. God, he's just I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh.
Basically, guess what? He wants to build this giant laser which will freeze the world so he can rob the bank of its gold reserve.
Does it sound familiar to you?
You know what? This plot is very similar to GoldenEye because he wants to freeze the world and then cause a global financial meltdown by stealing all the money. You know?
The hell? Almost sounds very similar to Mr. Freeze's plan and Dreyfus's plan in Pink Panther Strikes Again.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is just a very, yeah, it's just a very, like, I wouldn't even say mediocre. It's just a very poor film. I mean, it's not
It's
not
a mess.
offensive. Yeah, it is a mess. I mean, it's not offensive like the first one, but
Yeah.
it's
There's
just
so many things like I was saying while you were away. Sorry to interrupt. That it's just filler. It's just like pointless comedy. There's no story, and it just drags. Like Penny's the only good thing in it, really.
yeah. And Francis Stewart, I'll say he's pretty good as well. But yeah, I mean, he's given a shit script, but yeah, I mean, I just think the problem, like the first one was just terrible as a film. This is just boring. It's just fucking
Yeah.
boring.
The first one was weird as fuck. This one is just dull.
Yeah.
It probably is a little bit better than the first one. I agree. Like it's a wafer thin improvement, but yeah, I can only give it like 2 or 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave the first one a 1 out of 10. I gave the first one a 1 out of 10. I give this a 3 out of 10, but yeah, I mean a 3 out of 10 is still pretty rubbish, you know. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't turn the dog away.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for this actress because she's really trying here, you know. But you know why I think she's crying? Because she's read the script.
Yeah. God. I mean, can you imagine if Christian Bale was in this movie? Like, go get him!
Oh god, that would be embarrassing. Yeah.
Go get him!
Could you imagine Michael Caine as Dr. Claw? I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. You know, I do understand. Like, at the end of the first film, in the credits, Penny gave that machine the brain, which could translate, you know, barks into English, and they had Don Adams voicing Gadget. So why not just have Brain talk in this with that translator and get Don Adams from the cartoon who played Gadget to play Brain? You know, it's just have they forgotten about that? You know, it's just
yeah. This film feels more like a reboot than a sequel.
yeah, that's what I mean. Why call it Inspector Gadget 2? I know, you know, it kind of follows after the first one, but you know, the only person to return from the first is the guy who plays the car.
The fucking car. Yeah.
Apart from that, the whole cast, everything about it is completely different, you know.
You know, this scene here when he's rolling the dough kind of looks like he's dressed for a Del Mio advert.
Yeah.
When's
your Dol Mio day? Fuck this movie.
God. I mean, Disney, how the fuck can you make it so boring?
I mean, this stuff is interesting. I mean, it shows that Penny's smart. You know, she finds out about the shoe, and she finds out that Dr. Claw's staying in this abandoned bowling alley. You know, I mean, this is the one good thing about the film is it shows Penny being smart and using her brain. You know.
Yeah, literally the dog using brain.
Yeah. Yeah, using her brain and using brain as well, but
forget the ruby. It's the master cable that I want.
that was kind of funny, that chalk drawing, blah blah, I'm so evil.
God, imagine like Colin Farrell playing this role as Dr. Claw. Take it easy, sweetheart. Inspector Gadget, go Gadget.
Hey, you know, you're supposed to be an inspector, but you didn't get the fucking clue, did you?
Oh, that was a really good film, the Batman film.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray when it comes out.
So much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Belfast as well when it comes out in Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Well, I know that's a film that means a lot to you.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I'm sorry, Harry, but I mean, I respect Harry's opinion, but I'm sorry, I don't think Secrets of Dumbledore is the best film of this year. I think Belfast is the best film of this year, but
I like Secrets of Dumbledore, but I don't think it's the best film of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I might just keep the Fantastic Beasts films on Blu-ray so we can do commentaries on them. Because I mean, we did Harry Potter, so I mean, we may as well do Fantastic Beasts, even though I'm not really a fan of those films.
The Harry Potters. I don't think we finished them.
Did we not finish them?
No, I don't think so. I think we got to like, I don't know, is it Deathly Hallows Part 1? I think we got near the end, but didn't do the last two, as far as I know.
don't we have to redo Prisoner of Azkaban as well because of a copyright strike or something like that? I think that got a
Yeah.
copyright strike. Yeah.
No, I'm happy to redo them. That's fine. But yeah, again, like Elaine Hendricks, who plays the female Gadget, whatever the fuck her name is. Her performance is too like she's got too many emotions on her face. It doesn't work for me. I don't buy that she's a robot.
I mean, she's trying to. I mean, you say that, but I mean, she's trying to make it like, she's trying to make it less emotional. But like at the same time, like they're trying to make her less emotional, but at the same time, they're like adding this weird love story for no reason between her and Inspector Gadget. You know,
It just
just
works
bad.
against like what she's trying to do. Like the script works against what she's trying to do. So she's kind of trying to find a balance between showing emotion and then not showing it. I don't know. To me, it doesn't work. I feel like she's showing too much emotion. She needs to be more stoic. But she's a robot, for God's sake. Well, that's what I mean. Like, just make her a cyborg, because then it would work. Then you could have the love story.
I agree with that. I mean, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said never mind.
I mean, one thing I'll say about this is that like even though Dr. Claw is better than Rupert Everett, who was terrible in the first one, like the Dr. Clawness is still nowhere near as good as Frank Welker in the cartoon. Like the Dr. Claw in the cartoon, he's scary, he's intimidating. This guy's better than Rupert Everett in the first film, but he's still crap in comparison to the original villain in the cartoon, you know.
Yeah. Are you my mummy? Well.
Oh fuck. Wouldn't that wreck? You know, that magnet took out that guy's braces. Wouldn't that really hurt? You know.
Probably. I mean, I kind of like the gas mask look, to be honest. He should keep it. Kind of suits him.
Are you my mommy?
Yeah. That is a fucking creepy ass story.
Yeah.
We should. Have we done a commentary on that?
I don't think so.
Roll.
No, actually, I think we did. Actually, yeah, I think we did.
No, we did.
Yeah.
Roll. I could dance.
You know, we haven't done a Doctor Who commentary in ages. I was thinking, since it's only 3 parts, we could do an audio rant on Delta and the Batterman. Oh, God.
Yeah. As long as I can go and see a therapist afterwards.
Oh, come on. You don't like the green baby?
No. It's the stuff of nightmares.
What about the toy soldiers?
Well, I mean, even this shit is better than that.
Actually, this year's the 35th anniversary of the time of the Rani. We should do a rant on.
This movie is nearly 20 years old.
Yeah. This film actually came out the same year my younger cousin was born. My cousin was born in 2003, so this came out the same year he was born. You know.
Oh, well, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah. I hate that chauffeur outfit they give him. It's just that band outfit he's wearing. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Dr. Claw, he's stealing this ruby to power this giant laser so he can freeze time and rob the gold reserve. Such a cliched plot, you know.
Yeah. You may as well just say Operation Grand Slam is in effect.
Yeah. You know, I'm surprised he just hasn't pulled off that mask and revealed that he's Alec Trevelyan or, you know, Goldfinger.
Yeah. The Federal Reserve.
as will the rest of the world.
Sounds a bit like Mel Brooks. Yeah. Like
A
this.
little bit. Like you said, it kind of sounds like a little bit like a shitty Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah. It's the stuff that dreams are made of.
Yeah.
You know, it's he actually in his costume he looks like Don Fanucci
Yeah, he does actually.
with the claws.
You know, I would love to see this film and Inspector Gadget and Superman 4 and Batman and Robin on the big screen. Please re-release them on the big screen.
Yeah, because my life wouldn't be worth living otherwise.
Yeah, if anyone's wondering if I'm being serious, I'm being sarcastic. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
G2 reporting for duty.
Not these mechanical clowns. Just give me another chance.
See, like that, like just give me another chance. You know, she should have delivered it like, Mayor, please give me another chance. You know.
The actress who plays the mayor, she's like everybody in this film is so over the top. Like, I get it that you're trying to make it a live action cartoon, but does everybody need to be so over the top and so like crazy and humorous and all that? You know,
Exactly. It just contradicts the whole point of what this should be. This should not be a live action cartoon. If it's live action, it should just be, you know, it should be more grounded.
but this is so cliche. Oh, they're gonna deactivate her. Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand it. A robot that has emotions. This is totally ridiculous.
You know, like we said, she should be like if she was a human that they added gadgets to, fair enough. But she's completely 100% a robot that just looks like a human. And yeah, how does she have emotions? How can she think like this? You know,
I think they got honestly lost with where they were going with this.
God, look at that CGI. That is terrible.
God, it's bad.
You know, if I had kids, you know, I would let them watch this because, you know, it's not like offensively bad, but you know, I'd rather let my kids watch something a lot better than this crap. But yeah, if I had kids, that is, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you will one day.
I mean, hopefully, you never know, but
Yeah. Oh, you will, man. I'm sure you will. I think you make a great dad.
well, I don't know about that, but I mean, yeah. G2 reporting for duty.
Is it finished yet?
No, still. How long do we have left, by the way? Can you check?
Yeah, I will, because I can't fucking stand this anymore. 58 minutes we've been on for.
Why do you hate this? It's a classic.
So many much better things I could be doing with my time.
What? Apart from having a wank? Joking.
You dirty boy.
To be honest, I'd rather have a wank than watch this again.
Go Gadget semen.
Go Gadget, fill my dick.
It's the stuff that cocks are made of.
See?
This just really doesn't work. I'm sorry. Like I can't buy this. It's not Elaine Hendrix's fault, but what they're getting her to do is so contradictory to what she's supposed to be doing. It just fucking annoys me. And I mean, do you see any chemistry? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
You know, give the fucking Oscar to the dog, because literally the dog's been the most consistent actor in the series.
And no offense to Elaine Hendrick or whatever her name is. Like I'm sure she's a good actress in other things, but the only reason they gave her this role, let's be honest, is to be hot.
Oh
That's it.
yeah, of course.
She no offense, she's like no offense to her as an actress, but she's just cast in this film to be a sex object. You know, that's really it.
Yeah, exactly. She does it well, but yeah.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
All right, they're giving him his voice. Finally, should have done that like at the start of the film. God. We're going to explain the whole plot to the audience because that's how bad this film is, that we need to keep repeating the plot to the audience.
Pretty much.
Speaking of listening, I'm getting a little tired of liver flavored kibble all the time. Would it kill you to shut up?
Oh, so cliche. Oh, I didn't listen to her. Fuck off.
My niece is in trouble. I know that you don't ever work with a partner, but I really need your support. I know that you don't have to work. I can't think of a better person to go after this. I can't think. All right, let's do it. Let's kick some claw tail.
What? Let's kick some claw tail. That makes no sense. So many jump edits. Like, whoever edited this film did a piss poor job.
Come on, it's a classic, Ollie.
Oh,
Tossing this.
well, I'm absolutely loving it.
Penny, my dear. Tossing this. Great.
Penny, my dear, give me a throat lozenge.
I do enjoy your sense of humor. Now, it's almost 9:23. We can activate the wave. Almost 9:23. Activate the wave. Proceed, please. I'm a busy man, so. Proceed. He's a very busy man. I'm a busy man, so.
This is a great movie. Not.
Oh wow, we're going bowling again. A bowling pin.
It's a classic. It's a masterpiece of absolute crap. So cliched.
Bring on the noise and bring on the funk, 'cause I'm bringing out the feelings. Just wait until I get into second gear. Until I get into second gear.
Ugh. Snore.
So, how's the economy these days? He's not on the screen. Stay at home.
Yeah, so
Protect the NHS. Do not watch Inspector Gadget 2.
oh god, could you imagine Boris Johnson as Dr. Claw?
I mean, go, Gadget. I mean, no, Gadget. We just dither.
We are going to build a massive wall around Riverton. I gotta admit, I am on the edge of my sleep.
Yep, me too. I mean, you couldn't even get real birds in. I mean, that's just sad. Just embarrassing.
Is in a deep freeze
Oh.
Stop.
You know what I just remembered, which is really funny? That name, the name that you accidentally called Belloc in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Bell End.
Bellend. Yeah. And what in relation to this?
You think it's safe to go back?
Yeah,
Bellend, yeah.
Into the Federal Reserve and stay.
I remember you said that accidentally in her commentary, and I was just laughing so much.
Oh yeah.
Bell End, yeah, God.
To be honest, I think if we did a commentary on Blade Runner 2049, we'd probably piss ourselves laughing.
I hang out with my wang out. You think Inspector Gadget goes to Walmart?
Probably. Well, I mean, because... Oh, wow, look at that. I thought it was Fort Knox.
Yeah. You imagine if we redid the Blade Runner hangout, we just started laughing again.
Yeah, I don't want to redo it. I think it's a classic hangout.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Alan, but
Same.
at the same time, you know, want to laugh.
Your services are no longer required.
It made me laugh that Alan apologized.
So I would like to apologize to our listening audience. Bless him. I mean, with the way they look on their faces, it looks as though they've entered El Dorado.
Okay, umbrellas. Looks like the Federal Reserve is having a 100% off sale.
That transition, like going from the gold to like the yellow markings in the road, lol.
It's a masterpiece of absolute rubbish. Or as I said in my new Batman and Robin colossal rant,
He just referenced James Bond. I got all the time in the world.
oh god, did he just say that?
Yeah, he just said, I got all the time in the world.
This is a disaster piece.
Bank robbery, breaking out of prison, in general, all around evil. The jig is most certainly not.
The jig is up.
The jig is just starting.
Look how cliche we can be.
I mean, Penny was a cool character until she got captured.
She's still a cool character, but yeah, like it's kind of a bit. Well, in the cartoon, Penny did get captured a lot, but she always managed to find a way out. But,
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
fucking dumb. Like, in the movie, like, she was quite self-reliant in the first one.
Good call, G2. Go get your helicopter.
You know, when someone, the Nostalgia Critic pointed this out, wouldn't it be awesome if Penny had all of gadgets? She'd be unstoppable.
Oh, she would.
Let me give you something from this year's model. Take one of my chips.
Oh god, she gives him her, you know, her chip, which doesn't have all the glitches. Oh, god.
So now she's going to glitch.
Yeah, because they swapped the microchips or whatever. God.
Hmm.
Okay. Better stand back.
This is a classic, right?
God. Well, I mean, the budget is clearly on screen.
You know what? That's one thing I will give that's one thing that the first movie did better is the effects of the first film were much better because it was a mixture of practical and CGI. Here it's all just CGI for the most part, you know.
Yeah. Even the flying in this film looks really bad.
Yeah.
It's just so obviously photoshopped.
Say this, the soundtrack's all right, you know. Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. The biggest compliment I'll give this film is that it can cure my insomnia. Oh, just end this film. It's so bad. Oh.
He's still after us. Akimo, lose him.
Oh my god. I don't even know what to say anymore. I've run out of things to say. Literally. This is just depressing.
Go-Go Gadget boomerang gun.
Everything's a cartoon.
Oh well. I guess when you have lemons, make lemonade.
This is so bad. Literally, how not to make a film. If you want to know how not to make a film, watch this. Because then it will tell you. Uncle Gadget, no.
Go-Go Gadget nut guns.
So now they're presents. What? Okay.
Sometimes do have their benefits. Looks like this case is about wrapped up. Hey, I just made a joke.
Yeah. Which you should never have done. Because you're not a cyborg. You're a robot.
Look out! Police emergency! Get a crew!
Oh my god. He's really starting to get on my nerves, actually.
We have to find Inspector Gadget.
No problem. Gadget homing device activated. Coming to get you, Paul. Go-Go Gadget and Jack.
You there, Jack? Well, at least we're nearly over.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, my brother came into the room, so that's why I had to mute myself for a couple of minutes there.
Right.
But he's gone now. So
The only mercy of this film is that it's short. You know, it's not too long.
would you rather it be like 3 hours? I think that would be better, right?
Oh god. You couldn't pay me £1 million to watch it if it was 3 hours.
Come on, it's a classic, right?
Hello.
Oh, come out with your claw up.
When did he come out of the closet?
You know, they should have used that joke in the first Inspector Gadget because Rupert Everett's gay, but
Yeah, it might have been a little bit offensive. I meant no disrespect to anyone who's gay. But by the way, I have no problem with gay people.
no, it's a funny joke. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone will take offense by it. You know,
Yeah, it's just you never
neither
know.
of us are. Just to clarify to the audience, neither of us are homophobic. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's just hard to know what to say these days with the way the world is.
Yeah, you say anything now, you get given a shitty label. But yeah.
Uncle Gadget.
Uncle Gadget. Oh my gosh.
Uncle Gadget. I hate the script.
Penny, don't worry. Not much of the script is left.
I'm sorry, but how
Oh.
those scissors are not strong enough to cut chains.
It's a
Yeah.
classic.
Wow. Take that, Michael Bay.
God.
That's how you do an explosion.
Yeah, look, it
Yeah.
looks so real, right? Doesn't look fake
Yeah.
at all.
That was a little better, Elaine. More of that, please. Oh, no.
That was pretty. Her acting in this, no offense to her. I mean, I know the script's bad, but her acting's pretty wooden in this.
Yeah. But that's the point, though. It should be wooden because she's a robot. It shouldn't be emotional. This is why they should have just made
It's
her
because
a
the reason why she's so emotional is because she has feelings. She's in love with Inspector Gadget. Oh,
How sweet.
They're alive. They're alive. They're alive. Gadget.
this is a masterpiece of absolute shit.
Glad to see you still fully functioning, Gadget.
Oh, for God's sake, just shut up and kiss and just end the fucking movie.
Yeah.
No time to celebrate now. We have to go catch Claw. Let's go.
I hate this. Fucking hate this.
God. Why does this film have to exist? Why? I can't take this
Hey.
anymore.
Why does Batman and Robin have to exist? Ask yourself that.
True. Why does 6 Home Alone movies have to exist?
Oh yeah, look forward to the ranking.
Thanks.
I know how that's going to end. Home Alone 5 is going to be at the top, right? Sorry, Home Alone 6, Sweet Home Alone, that's going to be at the top of your ranking, right?
Yeah, baby.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
This is a classic.
This is not good.
Oh, this is so good.
I'm literally jumping out of my seat with joy.
Here comes the good part.
So, you definitely buy this on Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, because I won't use Disney Plus again.
No, you should get the Blu-ray Steelbook Collector's Edition, which they haven't even released.
Oh, they never will, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine if all your Blu-rays were gone and they were just replaced? All of your Blu-rays and DVDs were just replaced by endless copies of Inspector Gadget 2.
With your hand and your claw up.
Go, Gadget, get to the credits.
Whoa. What is
Go, Gadget, give me another movie.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on us.
You know what'd be better? If they got the GGG in this. They
Triple
got
G.
the if they got the great Godfather in this film,
Oh, that
would
yeah.
make it better. Praise your great Godfather, Gadget.
So, okay, Claude just got away.
I'll say this. It's colorful. I'll give it that. It's colorful.
Wow. I mean, hardly noticed.
Not always cloth.
So, would you say this is the best film of 2003, better than Return of the King?
Yeah, why not?
I think
Please
Return
let
of the
this be
King.
the end.
I think Return of the King is nowhere near as good as this film.
Yeah,
And for heroically foiling
it's so long.
I would like to award Inspectors Gadget and
You know,
these distinguished
I tried to watch Return of the King, but all those different endings just ruined it for me.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Gadget.
all those endings and he still can't die.
You won't make Return of the King. You know what would make Return of the Bling better? Having a dragon in there.
And having the ring on my thing.
If I could just possibly.
Go on, hurry up. End.
The real secret to our success has always been teamwork. But there's one member of our team who hasn't been acknowledged yet. And for providing key support to members of the
So, would you rather watch
for this
Attack of the Clones or this?
for her meritorious conduct.
To be honest, maybe this because it's shorter.
Yeah, same. Cool.
I couldn't have done it without
I mean, I was pretty harsh giving that a 0, but I do think it is dreadful.
Uncle Gadget.
Oh. Jar Jar's the key to all this.
Yeah. Misa propose give emergency powers to Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's better about this film is it's like an hour shorter. Like Attack of the Clones is like 2.5 hours. This is like an hour shorter. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God.
Misa proposed to give all of the emergency powers to G2.
God, yeah. Emergency sexual powers to G2.
I was wrong to think of you as inept,
Oh god, could you imagine if
obsolete,
yeah, it was called Inspector Gadget poo, then you had Jar Jar Binks stepping in some poo like, oh, icky, icky, go.
Oh, God, I hated that scene.
Phantom Menace, I mean, what a classic.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Phantom Menace is just boring.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
What?
Sean Connery actually makes an appearance in A Night to Remember in a small cameo as a guy in a lifeboat.
That's nice.
Must be loose wire. Speak to Baxter.
don't bother.
Oh, is this the end? For fuck's sake. There's more endings.
It's a
than
classic.
fucking Return of the King. Some bad CGI.
You know what someone said recently, which is quite funny? This film has more climaxes than a porno.
Yeah. Alex Zam. You fucking twat. You did not direct this film. This film did not have a director.
Oh, how could you say that? It's so good.
What the fuck was that film? Well, I have nothing to say. What? I mean, it was an experience. That's all I'll say.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like that really pop song at the end?
Oh, wonderful. No, in all fairness,
I could tell.
yeah, what a boring film. It's just so bad. It's terrible. The story awful. Pacing is piss poor. The CGI, I mean, is fucking ungodly. Admittedly, French Stewart is not bad as Gadget. He's okay, you know. I just don't like the Elaine Hendricks performance. I think that it's misguided, and I think that the story and the script needed a lot of work. Um, and I mean, Dr. Claw was all right, I suppose, but even so, even though they kept him more in the shadows, he was still kind of like, you know, the voice was a bit weird. But and the Gadget Mobile was kind of annoying, you know, again. It was just a collection of bits. Like there was no story. It was incoherent. It was just literally loads of comedy scenes stitched together. And yeah, it's so boring. I mean, it's a slight improvement over the first one, but then so is slamming your head in the car door. So take it how you will. I give it probably give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, just to wrap up, well, that pop song sucks balls, but yeah, as a film, it's a disaster.
It's a mess.
You know, it really is a crap film. Inspector Gadget 2. I mean, as a kid, I did enjoy it because it was a lot more faithful to the cartoon. And like I said, as a kid, you're not that critical of movies. Like, there's a lot of movies that I liked as a kid that I look back on now, and I'm like, how the fuck did I ever like that piece of shit? Um, but as a kid, as a fan of the cartoons, I liked this film. I thought it was good, but yeah, when I rewatched it last year for the first time in like 10 years or whatever it was, the first time in many years, I realized how bad it was. I mean, I could totally understand why Ollie did not care for this film because when I rewatched it, I was exactly the same as him. I was getting really bored. It just dragged on and on and on. I do think it's slightly better than the first one, which was just a flat out disaster. Like the first one, I gave a 1 out of 10. And the only thing I liked in the first film really was the special effects, and that was it. But the special
Well,
effects
even
here
then,
are even worse.
damning it with faint praise.
Yeah, I mean, the special effects I thought weren't bad in the first film. I thought they were good because
They were
most of the
okay.
effects in the first film. I mean, I think they're fine because they're practical effects, but the effects here are just terrible because it's straight to DVD. You know, you can tell that all the effects are CGI, and yeah, I mean, just as a film, it's just really boring. I think French Stewart, he's good as Inspector Gadget. You could tell he's a lot more confident and he acts a lot more like the cartoon. But yeah, I think the script lets him down. I think the guy plays Claw. I like the fact that they didn't show Claw in the film, the fact you don't see his face. And I do like the fact that it's a lot more faithful. You can tell that they listen to the criticisms of the first film and it is a lot more
Well,
faithful. But
some of them.
yeah, but I mean, but just as a film, it's terrible. And I mean, I think little kids are like this, like kids like aged 5 to 10, or 3 to 10 or whatever. I think they'll enjoy this. I don't think anybody over the age of 10 will enjoy this film. I think you could just stick it on for your kids and they can watch it and they can have a laugh of it or whatever. But I don't think the adults will enjoy this. Again, I think the problem is they're trying to make this like a live action cartoon, and all the characters are just over the top and wacky and crazy, and it just doesn't work. And I mean, some of the humor is funny. I will admit there are some funny lines in there, but a lot of it is just pretty forced and terrible. And I just think I think G2 is pointless as well. Like the fact that Gadget falls in love with her. I mean, it made sense with Brenda in the first film because she's a human, but G2 is completely a robot. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, and plus the actress Elaine Hendrick. I mean, I'm sure she's great in other films. Like, isn't she? What other films was she in? Was she in X-Men? I think. Yeah.
No, I don't think she's an excellent.
What other films was she in, Lee and Hendrick? I'm trying to.
The only film I've seen her
think.
in is The Parent Trap. I watched, and she's quite good in that. I've not seen her in anything else, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a look here. Yeah, she was in The Parent Trap, Superstar. No, she wasn't in X-Men. Sorry. Got that confused. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's a good actress and other things, but she's just sort of cast here for sex appeal, and it's just a thankless role, in my opinion. And I mean, I'll say this: the soundtrack's decent, the colors are nice, and it's quite colorful and all that. But they're trying to make it like a live action cartoon. It just doesn't work. I think French Stewart's good. I think the actress who plays Penny's good, but I think there are a lot of problems. I think the pacing is just. I mean, even though it's 90 minutes, it drags. The story is a who cares story. They're trying way too hard to make it funny, and it just comes across as really forced. And even though it's slightly better than the first film, which was a disaster, it's still not very good. So I gave the first film a 1, and I was generous, and I decided to I'll give it a 3 out of 10. Yeah, I gave the first one a 1 because I just thought that was terrible. It is better because it is more faithful to the first film, but that's really not saying much. I'm damning it with faint praise. So yeah, first one 1 out of 10, and I'll give this a 3 out of 10. I mean, it's not offensively bad like the first film, but it's still crap. So yeah, and it's not a very good representation of Inspector Gadget. I mean, apparently they're doing another Gadget film, which is coming out in Disney Plus, and it's going to be live action again. I don't know if it'll be any good. I mean, it could be shit like the first two. Hopefully, it's a lot better than the first two. But yeah, apparently it's coming out in Disney Plus in the next couple of years. They're doing a live action Inspector Gadget film. Hopefully, it's a lot better than this and the first film. But yeah, I mean, just stick to the original 1983 cartoon. That would be much better than watching this trash.
Yeah.
But yeah,
One
I mean, that's
I
all.
do have before we close off is what's better, the Inspector Gadget movies or the live action Scooby Doo films?
I think they're both equally bad. I would maybe maybe the second Scooby Doo film is slightly better than the Gadget films, but I think they're on a similar level. I think the first Scooby Doo film is awful. I really think that's terrible. The second one I think is better, but it's not great. I need to rewatch them because I haven't seen those films in years. But yeah, I'll watch. I mean, I'll definitely rant on the first one. I might rant on the second one. It depends. But yeah, I mean, I think the second Scooby Doo film is slightly better than the two Gadget films and the first Scooby Doo film, which is awful. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but I think the Scooby Doo films and the Inspector Gadget films are examples of, you know, films that were made out of cartoons that just didn't translate well to the big screen. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And oh god. Well, again, I hope French Stewart got his paycheck.
yeah, yeah. He's a good actor, and I do think he tries as Gadget, and he's much better than Broderick. But yeah, they were. I think the actors were let down by the bad script, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say. I would say, you know, I would say if you're a fan of the original cartoon, don't bother watching the movies. But if I had to say to somebody, like, if somebody said to me like they only want to watch one of the movies out of the two, I would say watch this one because it's not as bad, but it's still pretty rubbish. I mean, I'd say skip the live action movies and just stick to the original cartoon. It's far better, in my opinion. The original 1980s, Inspector Gadget cartoon that ran from 83 to 86. I much prefer that and rewatch some episodes of those rather than watching this in the first Inspector Gadget film. Both films are awful. I just think this is slightly better because it's more faithful to the cartoon. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say unless Ollie wants to say something. Hello, Ollie. Ollie. Ollie.
Yeah, sorry. Ugh. I'm dozing off. That's what this film did to me. Sent me into a coma.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm finished now anyway, so unless you want to say something before you wrap up, yeah.
Well, I mean, no, thanks for doing the commentary. It was fun. Sorry, I hope I didn't keep you hanging for too long. But yeah, it was. Despite the fact that I'm quite tired, and watched the shit film, it was still fun to spend time with your man. And yeah, cheers. Hopefully next time we can soothe our souls and watch something a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, we should have probably started this commentary earlier, but I've just been very busy today. But no, I enjoy doing this, and once I
right.
come back from a holiday, yeah, yeah, we should do more commentaries. But yeah, I mean,
Inspector Gadget 3.
I think it's time. God, yeah. Well, I mean, we could do an audio rant on that when it comes out in Disney Plus. Apparently, they're doing a new film, but I mean, it depends. I mean, the new film could be good. It could be rubbish like the first two, but yeah. Yeah. I
I'm not
mean, is
holding
there
my
anything you
breath.
want to say? Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much more to say. Is there anything you want to say before we call it a day?
No, just wowzer. It's not in a good way.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. So, thanks everyone for watching and listening. Sorry if we weren't as talkative as normal, but truthfully, there wasn't much to say. So yeah, I'm Mr. TARDIS 11. This is Jack the Film Fanatic, and we will see you for our next commentary / rant. Not sure what it will be. Stay tuned to find out more. Until next time, cheerio.